fellow travelers. Ready to embark on an epic adventure with me? Whether you're a wanderlust soul or just dreaming of your next escape, you're in the right place. So pack your bags or just your imagination, and let's explore the world together. Top 10 visa-free countries. Are you ready to pack your bags and take off without the headache of visa applications? Well, lucky for us Indian passport holders, there are some beautiful countries that are ready to welcome us with open arms. No visa requirements. Imagine yourself chilling on a tropical beach, trekking through misty mountains, or experiencing a rich culture without the hassle of paperwork. 1. Japan. People first came to Japan about 30,000 years ago. At the time, the main islands were connected to Siberia and Korea by bridges of dry land, allowing people to cross on foot. The first society, called the Jomon culture, arose about 12,000 years ago. Around the same time, the Ainu people arrived by boat from Siberia. The Jomon and Ainu survived for thousands of years, hunting, fishing, and gathering plants. In 300 BC, the Yayoi people came to Honshu Island from Korea and China. The Yayoi were skilled weavers, tool makers, and farmers, and they were the first people in Japan to cultivate rice in flooded paddy fields. In 660 BC, Japan's first emperor, Jimmu Tenno, came to power. For many years following, Japan was governed by a string of emperors, until the 12th century AD, when military rulers, called shoguns, took control by force. 2. South Korea. People have been living in Korea for at least 10,000 years. Archaeologists believe the ancestors of today's Koreans came from Mongolia and Siberia. Korea's first kingdom was Old Chosun, which ruled the northwest and parts of China for more than 22 centuries. In 108 BC, it was overthrown by Chinese armies, and three new kingdoms emerged: Goguryeo, Paekche, and Sia. In the AD 660s, the Silla, with the help of Chinese troops, won control of the country. The first Europeans to reach Korea were sailors on a Dutch merchant ship that ran aground on Jeju Island in 1656. They were held prisoner for 13 years, but one man escaped and returned home. His tales inspired European traders to go to Korea, but their ships were banned from Korean ports until the 19th century. In 1894, Japan and China sent soldiers to put down an uprising in Korea. Afterward, they and Russia fought for control of Korea, which Japan won in 1910. 3. Mexico. The United Mexican States, commonly known as Mexico, is a federal republic in North America. It borders to the north with the United States, to the south and west with the Pacific Ocean, to the southeast with Guatemala, Belize, and the Caribbean Sea, and to the east with the Gulf of Mexico. Mexico is the 5th largest country in the Americas and the 14th largest in the world. It is the 11th most populated country and the largest Spanish-speaking country. Mexico is a federation comprising 31 states and a federal district, the capital city. Mexico is one of the world's largest economies, 14th, and a regional power. Since 1994, our country became the first Latin American member of the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD, and a firmly established upper-middle-income country. Mexico is considered a newly industrialized country and an emerging power. 4. Thailand. Thailand is the world's 50th largest country, with a total area of 513,120 square kilometers. Located at the center of Southeast Asia along the Andaman Sea and the Gulf of Thailand, the country shares borders with the Lao People's Democratic Republic and Cambodia to the east, Myanmar to the north and west, and Malaysia to the south. Thailand's capital is Bangkok, a sprawling metropolis home to 10 million people. Other major cities are Rayong in the east, Nakhon Ratchasima, Korat, in central Thailand, and Chiang Mai in the north. In addition to Bangkok and Chiang Mai, major tourist destinations include Phuket in the south and Pattaya on the country's eastern seaboard. 5. Brazil. Brazil is the largest country in South America and the 5th largest nation in the world. It forms an enormous triangle on the eastern side of the continent, with a 4,500-mile, 7,400-kilometer coastline along the Atlantic Ocean. It has borders with every South American country except Chile and Ecuador. The Brazilian landscape is very varied. It is most well known for its dense forests, including the Amazon, the world's largest jungle, in the north. But there are also dry grasslands, called pampas, rugged hills, pine forests, sprawling wetlands, immense plateaus, and a long coastal plain. Northern Brazil is dominated by the Amazon River and the jungles that surround it. The Amazon is not one river, but a network of many hundreds of waterways. Its total length stretches 4,250 miles, 6,840 kilometers. Thousands of species live in the river, including the infamous piranha and the bororado, or pink river dolphin. 6. Argentina. Argentina is a vast country located in the southern part of South America, the 8th largest country in the world. It is the second largest country in South America, after Brazil, and it's about 1/3 the size of the United States. Argentina is bordered by the Andes Mountains and Chile to the west. To the east of the Andes, the interior of the country is flat, fertile grassland called the Pampas. 7. Chile. High-altitude desert plateaus, granite towers that pierce the sky, and Andean peaks that create a natural land border embody the diverse allure. The country's inherent beauty blends natural splendor and cultural heritage. From the edges of Patagonia to the saline lakes of the Atacama Desert, the long and thin landscape can introduce you to exciting new glaciers or immerse you in charming cities overlooking the Pacific. Whether finding coastal charm or cosmopolitan delights, Chile can take you on an unforgettable adventure steeped in nature and the ambiance of welcoming culture. 8. Costa Rica. Costa Rica is one of the oldest democracies in the Americas. It is a country proud of its heritage and tradition of negotiation over confrontation, social development over military spending, and tolerance over hostility. It is the home to many international organizations, such as the Inter-American Court of Human Rights, the University for Peace of the United Nations, and the Earth Council. For nearly 3 centuries, Spain administered the region as part of the Captaincy General of Guatemala, under a military governor. 9. Georgia. Georgia is bordered by Tennessee in the north, South Carolina and the Atlantic Ocean in the east, Florida in the south, and Alabama in the west. In the northwest corner of the state is the Appalachian Plateau, with deep caves and the 2,393-foot-tall Lookout Mountain. East and south of the plateau region is the Valley and Ridge region, which has steep rocky ridges above fertile valleys. In the northeast corner of the state are the Blue Ridge Mountains, with Georgia's highest peak soaring to 4,784 feet. 10. Serbia. Serbia, officially the Republic of Serbia, is a sovereign state situated at the crossroads of Central and Southeast Europe, in the southern Pannonian Plain and the Central Balkans. Serbia numbers around 7 million residentes. Its capital, Belgrade, ranks among the oldest and largest cities in southeastern Europe. The official language is Serbian, native to 88% of the population. Serbian is the only European language with active diagraphia, using both Cyrillic and Latin alphabets. If you found this content helpful and inspiring, remember to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and share this video with your friends and family.